Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your own channel AC Astro. Very important video. Saturn turn direct because this is a planet Saturn whatever do for a longer period of time. After 4.5 months, finally Saturn is going to turn direct. But who should be happy, who should not be happy, or who should have to take care? On three perspectives we will see today. So let's welcome Akashji from Calgary, Canada. Namaskar, Ram Ram Akashji.
Namaskar, Rohit ji. Ram Ram. Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for following on Instagram. It means a lot. And all the best. So, now, Rohit ji, let's move here to understand Saturn turning direct. For almost 5 months, Saturn turns retrograde every year. And this year, it has been in the sign of Pisces. And immediately after the transit, Saturn became retrograde the next month. Now, when we look at the position of Saturn in every birth chart, Pisces is a water sign, Saturn is an air planet. So remember, air plus water. That is the current scenario of Saturn for all the people. Now, moving forward, we will understand. Oh, my t-shirt is not good, Rich. This, I think. Now, okay. Aries ascendant. So Saturn has three beautiful aspects, and Saturn is turning direct for you. Now remember, those who are going from Sadisati and those who are having the moon sign Aquarius and this position is there, they will start feeling major relief during this period. Those who are in the peak of Sadisati, that means when we are talking about moon sign being Pisces here, then you will start feeling the heaviness of this Saturn. And those who are in Aries, moon also, they will also start facing a little bit of extra pressure from Saturn. This is exactly what is going to happen. But because this is a 12th house and this is a sign that is related to your journeys, your foreign travel, something to do with, we can say, sleep, and Saturn goes direct your expenses, your sleeps, and also behind the scenes work. That means something that you're working not in a forefront, but the back in the back pattern, that okay, this is happening, I am involved into this and I am doing this work. This is going to be very, very favorable for you. We will see that those who are waiting for any long term answer for their visas, these long term answers related to, we can say, their spiritual upliftment, we can say those who are spiritually very involved in a situation, those who are what you say, those who are trying to transform their life, especially in the dharma way, like in the from bad habits to good habits. This is a time that it will be a very, very favorable, a very, very beautiful time for you. You will start seeing results now with Saturn moving forward. That means results happen now because Saturn was retrograde here, and during the retrograde video, we discussed about it that we want to decide or we want to discuss about what happened in the past. Like, what were the things in the past that were happening, or what are the things related to this subconscious mind, anything to do with your hidden enemies. Now, you must have worked on it in the last 5 months. So, this is a time aspects of Saturn which are also turning direct now, will give you very, very powerful transformations in the area that they are looking for. Now, the third aspect of Saturn is on the second house. Second house is house of wealth. Now, very powerfully, if your savings were not happening, if your bank balance was going down, now this is a positive time when we can expect that your hard work, your communication, your extra effort that you have put will now convert into some kind of monetary benefit, and your financial relief will be in a very massive way. You will see the real change now. With Saturn direct, you will see real change in your life, your financially. Same way goes for the seventh aspect of Saturn on the sixth house of your debts. We are talking about diseases, debt. We are talking about anything that has to do with your enemies, your workplace. Now, here also you will see that your daily routines, your legal matters, your things related to do with your workplace politics, people who were trying to take advantage of you will no longer be able to do anything wrong here. Saturn gives judgment. Remember, the seventh aspect of Saturn, out of the other two aspects, it's still a better aspect. Then this means that here some kind of judgment is going to be coming. According to the occult lore, when Saturn puts the aspect on Dushtana, it creates a very, very good news for us because it has the ability to fight and give justice quickly in these areas. So those who are health troubles, may you may find solutions. There may be solutions that you find in the workplace. Those who do not have work may find work, because here extra hours, hard work, that is what exactly we are seeing. So good news for people who are looking for a job. And Saturn putting the 10th aspect on the ninth house, now this is a very powerful aspect. If you see Rohitji, here, if you see the aspect, the 10th aspect of the nether, it's all the karmas related to the rightful duties that you are supposed to do will happen. That means that is work also, that is in your family also, that is related to your father also, that is related to your guru, mentors, teachers, bosses. You will see that all the righteous duties that you are supposed to do will come on surface, and you are able to take care of it in a very, very powerful way. But only thing, those who are going through Sarasati and Saturn period on top of that, they will have a little bit of extra hard, tough time. They will have to get into proper routine. You'll have to cut waste. You'll have to formalize your sleep, fitness plan, and be patient with travel, teacher, mentor issues. Sometimes you have to give extra to understand in a very, very much better way. Thank you so much. I hope and I wish and I pray that this Saturn return, or this Saturn, what do you say, direct, is supposed to be a very, very favorable period for all the Aries ascendant people. There is Instagram now. You can follow us on Instagram because we come live there. So you will be able to ask your questions, and you will see that for inquiry, you can, there is a link below for description for any kind of chart readings. The 2026 chart readings are now on. You can visit on acastro.ca and start booking that. Very soon, maybe 15th or 16th, Rohiji, right? We will be releasing the 2026 predictions, right? That is where we are, right, Rohiji? Hello, Rohitji? I said 2026, we are releasing on 15th or 16th kind of stuff, right? This month, 2026 predictions. Okay, let's hope for the best. Okay, Taurus. When we talk about Taurus, here we see that Saturn is a Yoga Karka planet for you. Yoga Karka means one of the most important, most powerful planet for Taurus ascendant people. Here, Pisces is the 11th house for you. Now, when we look at Pisces, Pisces is a water sign. It's a sign of full emotions, and Saturn is a air. Saturn is a little bit of tough planet here in the sign of Pisces. Now, if you understand the what do you say, the feel of Saturn here, this is where in the area of your social circle, which is very emotional, which is very, very, very deep, you are placed as to achieve something very quickly. But because you're putting so much effort everywhere, you're trying to put your effort, you're not able to get it from the past 5 months because of Saturn being retrograde. This is because the energy was quite inward here. So the energy was, it was, how we look at an retrograde period is when we take breath inside, and we are not putting it outside, we are taking it inside, we are like getting ready. That is the time when we see a retrograde period. Now, because 11th house is the house of gains, and we are talking about audience growth, we are talking about collaborations, we are talking about, begin to materialize things. All these things might have been a little bit of delayed because the Yoga Karka, that is the Lord of your destiny and your career, was not able to let you achieve your goal in a very, very easy manner. Now, this is a time, but everything slow, but real changes are coming in all the Taurus ascendant people lives. Saturn is going to be super, super beneficial for you, because of the aspect of Saturn also, you will start receiving very, very great and powerful news. Number one aspect, that is the third aspect of Saturn, is going on your first house. That means all the laziness, all the feelings that, okay, you know what, I don't want to do this, you will now start taking a lot of action. There may be slow improvement because Saturn is slow, but there may be now action oriented improvement. You will start taking your attitude changes, your health routine, your work routine, just as simple as waking up routine in the morning, they go very, very positive for you. Because Saturn is also looking at the first house, this means that lot of maturity is what you can feel with this transit. Maturity grows. Your communication becomes more mature, more weighted, more, like you make sure that because of your communication, you do not have any kind of negative repercussions of that communication. That's what we are seeing. Because see, Saturn is looking at the fifth house. Over the past few months, you must have seen that slowly, slowly your portfolio in your share market, stock market might be growing, but not that great. But here we will see that some greatness is coming. Very powerful portfolio changes. In fact, Saturn, if there is any judgment that is required in your love life, in your romantic approach, you will start seeing that something very positive, very, very amazing is happening in those areas. Like from a non-regulated love affair, it can go towards a regulated love affair, because it can be possible that you may be now entering into a more um, orthodox approach, like maybe a marriage after a long relationship, or maybe in a relationship and now that is converting into children. That is something that we will be seeing during this time. Saturn putting the 10th aspect on the 8th house is also saying that now this your research from the past 5 months have been now completed. Now this is the time to implement that research, to move forward in your journey, to achieve goals, to take advantage of your social circle. Greater self-discipline. See, Saturn will come, self-discipline word will come. 100% self-discipline is biggest tool of Saturn. Greater self-discipline. We have to be very sober decisions when it come to creative also. When we are doing very startups, creative bets also, we need to be in a sober environment. Again, when it comes to your children, your decisions should be very, very, what you say, balanced, as well as you need to think over it. Think over the if you're doing justice with your kids or no. That is the exact feeling that you need to have in your mind before making any decisions related to kids. One very good thing is that, you know, when it comes to 10th aspect of Saturn on the 8th house, it is the house of joint finances. So in that area, there is a lot of growth and you will handle it very well. So that is a very positive news. But when it comes to now, Saturn in the 11th house being in direct motion, you have to define your targets. You have to, trim down your low value networks. Those people who are not wasting your time, just remove them from your life. And you have to structure. It is a time to structure, to achieve goals. This is exactly the word that is one liner. Structure yourself to achieve goals, and you will start achieving greatness. Very powerful period. Those were in Sadesati, especially those who are having Aquarius moon, they will start feeling 100% great relief. Those who are in Pisces moon, they may have a little bit of more extra energy of Saturn, so we need to be more careful. And those who are Aries, now that power is building of Saturn towards you, so you need to again be in that area where you come into absolute discipline in all your sleep routines and on your health routines, everything like that, in spiritual routine also. All the best. Have a great time. Do subscribe. I feel that your subscription can add a little bit of power to us also. And here there is a Instagram channel, AC Astro channel at AC Astro channel on Instagram. The handle. We do a lot of live videos. We are doing great story videos. It's going very well because of your support. So please follow there. And I will see you very soon on Instagram live. Okay. All the best. Gemini Rohitji. When we talk about Gemini ascendant here, 10th house is where Saturn is sitting. Now, 10th house is a very, very powerful placement for Saturn. Saturn is also the ninth and the 8th house lord here. That means Saturn is in progression. Here, that means last 5 months, you must have seen that in the work area, a lot of mistakes, again, revising, coming back, mistakes, revising, coming back. Sometimes in this situation, you may have had a little bit of, sorry to use the word, but humiliating or humiliation kind of environment where, things may not have been in a right space or right scenario for you at that point of time. But this is all now a past thing. Saturn turning direct, the energy turning direct, is a very powerful placement of Saturn in the 10th house. See, this is a sign of emotions. Pisces is a sign of deep emotions. And here, unless and until Gemini people don't have emotional connection to their work, to their dharma, to their career, to their karma, this they will not manifest great things. So here this Saturn is now putting that heaviness on your career, on your area of your we can say on karma, where you're supposed to now become very serious. Career blocks that were happening for a long time because Saturn was in retrograde motion, so you were not getting the right justice. Here that unclogs, you will start seeing lot of beautiful return ROI, your return of investments of hard work, of your communication, anything that has to do with foreign countries, anything that has to do with status improvement, you getting more higher status, more responsibility, your reputation, your responsibility becomes the theme you will be put, because at this moment your Saturn is now going to act very mature. Your decision making ability is going to act very mature. In that case, Saturn is going to uplift your career. There may be a situations where you will be at a place where you have to make very harsh, very powerful decisions during this time. But that is a part of your game. That is a part of life where you have to now take very hard decisions. Sometimes those hard decisions can also be whether to accept more responsibilities or whether to step down from responsibilities. So it is an absolute choice of your situation at that moment. With Saturn aspecting your 12th house, with Saturn aspecting your 4th and 7th house, there will be a lot of demand between rest as well as between work life balance, we can say. If there is any foreign involvement of your career, if anything that has involvement with foreign countries, this is a time that you may expect or you may receive some very great news. And if your communication is going on from a foreign party for some kind of plus minus, or go there or work there, or they will come here and work, or some contracts, congratulations, because things are going to be in your favor. Saturn, with putting the aspect on the fourth house, see, this is the house that is related to your home environment. That's why I'm telling you, because of the aspect of Saturn on the fourth house. And all the kendras, almost all the kendras are now in control of Saturn's aspect, and that to direct aspect. So here we may have a little bit of, more, you know, more karmic, or we can say more karma related to do with our home, with our family members, with our roots, with our tradition, with our mother. That is exactly the time that is going on for Gemini ascendant people. This is the time that we want to focus more and more importantly on building immovable property. If you have, in fact, not even only for staying home, there is a saying by there is a community, the Gupta community in India. They say that first we invest into a commercial property. Once we invest into a commercial property, we make 10 homes from that commercial property. So this can be a time that you may also want to invest into a commercial property, start something new in the commercial area. Very good. You should do this. You should go ahead. If you're going to Saturn Antardasha, Pratyantardasha, then this is a great time to do it. You're going to Sade Sati, then it's a great time to do it, because Sade Sati means extra responsibility. Okay. Now here the 10th aspect of Saturn goes on the seventh house here. Now what is seventh house? Seventh house is the house that is related to our relationship, partnerships. This is the time that our relationship and partnership do matter, and the karma, because the 10th aspect of Saturn tells that a heavy karma related to that house is where I am looking at, and that needs to be either completed, either dissolved, whatever it is. It depends on how life is taking us ahead. Sometimes we want to make new relationships, sometimes we want to end relationships. That is how our life is, so we cannot ignore the ending part in our life. This is the time that it is telling you that all the focus of your karma, of your actions happen on partnership. If there is partnership that is going well, let's take it forward in a very, very nice way. If not going well, then we should think about how we want to get out of that partnership, so that we can manage our different karmas in a very nice way. One good news, because Saturn is putting the 10th aspect from the 10th house. This means that Prada Prapati, your reputation, your what you say, your designation goes up. So very good news for those people who will receive some great news related to their designation improvement. Now here, some few things which we need to understand is that we need to tighten our boundaries at work and set a home repair schedule, or you know a home, spending some time in the home nicely, peacefully, connecting with our roots, making our culture more brighten. This is that kind of karma that is required when Saturn is in this position. Now, also one more thing here. Seventh house is the house of contracts. Now, this is the time that proper judgment and proper contracts you will be able to sign. So, if you are thinking or delaying on signing something or accepting some contracts, please go ahead and put roles in writing with partner or clients, because it is going to be in your favor. All the very best. This is a very great transit for all the Gemini ascendant people. And when we are saying this, I would request that do subscribe on the channel, which will give us a lot of hope, a lot of power, as well as Instagram is on, where we do Instagram live videos. So follow us on AC Astro channel on Instagram, and I will see you there. Thank you so much. May this transit be absolutely blessing for all the Gemini ascendant people. Cancer or Karka Lagna. When we talk about this, Saturn is in the ninth house. Now, Saturn here is the seventh and the eighth house lord. That means Saturn is a little bit of difficult planet when it comes to Cancer ascendant. Now, when we talk with Moon only, whenever Saturn comes close to Moon, it causes Sarasati for you. That's exactly how it happens. Here, those who are having Aquarius moon, good news for them because their Sarisati is going to ease up. Now, this is the time that we say, right? That Sarisati, when it goes, finally it gives you something. This is the time that you can expect to be on the receiving end. So that's a very, very powerful, placement of this Jupiter, of this Saturn, sorry. Now, with Saturn here, one more beautiful thing is happening. Those who are in any business or work related to higher education, or those who are studying right now, like I was just talking to my sister, and she was saying that my son is not studying, not doing anything, and whatnot. For such people who are not showing interest in studies, you will see the power during this time. Now you will be into that area that you want to study, you want to make some, those people who are writing something may want to publish something, some new authors will be seen now. So that kind of scenario is what is happening. As far as dharma, as far as father, as far as related to your long journeys, we can say, exploring new cultures, learning new languages, things will be moving forward in a very, very nice way for you. Now, Saturn here also has very great news for people who are expecting or applying for visas. Those who are expecting and applying for visas and things are not working for you because of the Saturn's aspect on the third house. Here things may now move quickly. Your effort that you have put will now start converting into reality, like real benefits you will start getting during this time. Because Saturn is looking with the third aspect on the 11th house, your goals, your hard work related to achieve the goals which have been not happening from the last 5 months, now this is the time that you may be able to achieve them in a very nice, in a very, very beautiful manner. With Saturn also in this ninth house aspecting your sixth house with the 10th aspect, karmas related to enemies will also come on surface. You will see that enemies who were trying to trouble you, create problems for you, challenging you, this is a time that you will get proper justice. One more good news is those who were having lot of problems related to judicial system, court cases, government, they will also start seeing that everything is moving in their favor. Why? Saturn is the planet of justice. Sixth house is the planet of enemies. Whenever Saturn will look at Upchaya house, that is the third house it is looking, and whenever it will look at the sixth house in a Dushtana, it will become benefic drishti of Saturn. In such cases, your health also becomes very, very great. That is very powerful. Now, here, disciplined networking, that means we have to network in a very disciplined manner. We cannot just stop follow-ups, we have to keep following up. Your communication in that social circle needs to be very sober and not demanding. You have to be sober personality, you have to not demand. Take things slow. If you do very impulsive actions, then it may not work for you because of the seventh aspect of Saturn on the third house. We want to make long-term relationships rather than short-term relationships. In fact, here also, because of the 10th aspect of Saturn on the 6th house, now your health routine have to be much more stricter. You have to be focused and you have to say, you have to believe in yourself that whatever you are doing has to be, what is a long term. It has to be more of disciplined manner health routine. If you've started doing going to gym, if you're starting yoga, it has to be more in a disciplined manner rather than, you cannot skip that. Okay, that doesn't matter, let me just enjoy. That's not how it's going to work for you. Those who are giving any competitions, any exams, apply very consistent effort. Even if you fail right now, even sometimes, we do not get through in the first round, but please give another chance for you, because Saturn is now becoming direct for you. So it is going to give you more and more hope to, get, you know if you put consistent effort, you are going to win in exams. Those who are thinking of any government paper file work, any court, any judicial system paper file work, very, very good. And whenever we are doing any travel, because Saturn is a slow planet, so sometimes, there can be delays in our journeys. So we want to keep this in back of the mind that there can be possibility of such things. So move forward with absolute awareness. Okay, all the very best. Do subscribe. Thank you so much for coming here watching this. And there is Instagram where we do live chart readings on AC Astro channel on Instagram. So I would want you to come on Instagram as well and show your blessings to us there also. Thank you. Have a great time and see you in the next video. Have a great, wonderful transit. Now, here for the Leo ascendant people, we will see that Saturn is in the eighth house. Now, those who are Leo, those who are Aquarius moon, those who are Pisces moon, they may start, Aquarius moon will start getting lot of relief. So, great news for people who are having relationship difficulties. You will have lot of great Shanti. You'll have very, very relief, peace. When we come to here with Saturn entering who are in Sadesati, peak of Sadesati, that means Moon is also together here in the eighth house with Saturn. You will start feeling the pressure during this time. You will start feeling much more pressure, much more transformative pressure. And when we talk about Aries Moon, and those who are going through Sadesati, with this direct motion, Saturn is now moving towards you. So now you have to at least, get ready that, okay, now I have to get into discipline. Now I have to change my life. Now I have to change my higher education, my thinking, my pattern. So that is exactly what is happening. But on an overall level, for 5 months Saturn was here retrograde and was trying to communicate that, okay, you know what, these are the problems where you are not able to transform, either in your habits, either in your approach related to research, either in your things related to inheritance. Now that is where this direct motion will try to stabilize many things in your life. Those who were struggling from inheritances or trying to get loans or insurance, taxes, they will start feeling much relief here. Saturn is going to bring you to the right path, and things that are really troubling you will start making its great course of action, and you will start feeling much better. Now, even when we talk about the eighth house is not a simple, it is a house of occult sciences. When it talks about energy, very different, unconventional energies, the dark energy also, the bright energy also. It is the house of longevity. And what is Saturn? Saturn is the significator of longevity. So here we may do some activities now which may increase or which may improve our longevity chances. So that is also one great news. But this is also the sign of occult. Now understand, Saturn is the son of Surya. Saturn is the brother of Yama. Saturn is the son of Chaya. So he has all the elements. He has that darkness also, he has that shadow also, and he has that light also. So Saturn is the only planet in all the system who has three different qualities in one single energy. That's why the more the area that you focus, the area that you put your interest into right now, that is where we'll get much brightened. So if we put into dark energy, that is jealousy, that is something thinking wrong about other people, then that is where Saturn's energy will start transforming your heart or your life into a bad scenario. But if you start accepting things, and in the career area, if we are facing a little bit of delays, if in the family life we are having a little bit of challenges, if you're having challenges in the area related to our speculative gains, our children, then in this, because of the aspects of Saturn, we want to now become very, very non-judgmental. How a transformation comes when you stop doing any judgment. That's exactly the period that is going on for you. Now here, if you see, eighth house Saturn is a Dushtana placement of Saturn, which is a very positive news for Leo ascendant people. When Saturn comes to the eighth house here, it makes a Vipreet Rajyog. That means health wise, if you're going through a very big problem, you will start completely changing. You will start transforming yourself into a very, very much better, powerful, great personality here. So that is one good news. In terms of career, if your career was at stall, it was not happening, nothing was happening, nothing was going forward, new jobs, etc., you were not getting, this is the time that you will start feeling and getting that kind of response from people. In fact, because of the seventh aspect on the second house, your bank balance, your income starts increasing. Now see, when we talk about career, we will see a very big professional approach in your communication. Now you will see from that little bit of kiddish nature, you're becoming a very, very, what you say, uh, we can say very, very refined, very, very communication in the work area will be very, very more powerful, more what you say, we can say more structured. That is the word if I was looking for. Professionalism will be there. But here, because Saturn is looking at the second house, conservative spending is required, because sometimes in this situation, because of the eighth house placement of Saturn, we take a lot of big risks. So we want to avoid that kind of stuff. Now, audits, debits, and policies, also build an emergency fund, during this time. And when we talk about speculation, because of the fifth aspect, 10th aspect of Saturn on the fifth house, it has to be taken in a slow manner. If you do something with impulsiveness very fast, then it may work against your, will. Overall, the Saturn turning direct is a good news for Leo ascendant people. Saturn is a malefic here because it's the seventh house lord, sixth house lord, but it is making a Vipreet Rajyog. So after difficulties, it gives you a very positive victory. That is what I can say. All the best. During this time, I would request everyone that those who have not subscribed, do subscribe so that we can feel the power. And also, Instagram lives that we do, free chart readings on Instagram, AC Astro channel is the handle. Follow there, and we will see you there periodically. All the best. Have a great time, and may Saturn bless you. Virgo. When we talk about Virgo rising here, Rohiji, see, Pisces is the seventh house for Virgo. All the themes of partnership, relationships, intimacy, sexual energy, as we talk, as we can say kama bhava, any kind of desires is what is going to now become very good for them. Now there is little bit of um, you know thing for all the moon sign people. So here, those who are Aquarius moon will start get lot of relief because Saturn is now putting the direct energy outside of its sign. Secondly, those who are in Sadhisati, that means peak of Sadhisati with Saturn and Moon together, they will start feeling much heavier in the area of your relationship and partnership. And those who are Aries, now you have to buckle your, tie your shoes and make sure that you are ready, because it is a very big transformative period that is coming for you. So this is exactly going to happen for the Sadhisati people. But when we now talk about only placement of Saturn, here partnerships, contracts, your clients, your communication with your clients, your dependence on your clients, on your partner, on your spouse becomes the major area. From last 5 months, you must have been getting a lot of multiple opportunities to either revive a partnership or end a partnership, either revive a marriage or end a marriage, either revive some kind of any partner, or just move away from them. Now this is the time to take action. Final decision happens during this time when Saturn becomes direct, because now it has the judgment power. Saturn is the fifth house lord. That means the creativity, the intelligence, the brain is ruled by Saturn here for you. So now you have now in direct motion. You may not think back. Now this is the time to think forward and take action. So just imagine our lives. We are retrograde. When we are thinking something, we are retrograde because we are thinking, how do we do it? Then when we do it, it is direct. That is exactly the time of taking action. Okay, now here all the things that is related to your partnership, contracts, client dynamics, they become very clearer and more formal. So this is the time to take formal actions. Saturn has three beautiful aspects here. In fact, one very good thing which I cannot miss out, and that is related to your relationship, that is marriage. Those who were thinking that we need a final approval for marriage, etc., try during this time, because this is the time to take action on the seventh house area. So if you want happiness, joy, take action, tell your family, etc., and now move forward, because this is a time that everyone Saturn in this world is going direct, so everyone will have the right judgment power. Now, when we talk about the aspects of Saturn, Saturn is aspecting on your ninth house, on your first house, and your fourth house. So that means two kendras and your bhagya is all in the control of Saturn in this, for the next 1.5 year almost. That is how 1.5 year, more than 1.5 year. It's everything is in control. If you're going to Saturn Mahadasha Antardasha, then this is a very, very powerful placement of Saturn. Here in the seventh house, Saturn even gets directional strength. That is called Digbala. That means a lot of great things can happen during this period. Because of the third aspect of the ninth house, your destiny. Very superb destiny. In fact, this is the time that some mentor, some teacher, or some guru comes with you, holds your hand, and takes you forward for the next leap. So, if you have found someone in the last 5 months who have come to your life suddenly, that is the person that is going to take you a step forward. Because ninth house is also the house of journey, higher education, and third aspect of Saturn also may delay some journeys, which is okay. Saturn's work is to delay, to teach you more humbleness, to teach you more discipline. That's what Saturn does. So in that area, always keep a buffer when you're traveling. Saturn aspecting on your first house is also going to help you with your personal discipline. Personal discipline will go up. Your attitude is completely changing. More maturity is coming in your life. And Saturn with the 10th aspect on the fourth house, this also means that duty at home becomes very powerful, because karma The 10th aspect of Saturn is completely falling on the home area. So not only on your relationship and partnership, but this is the time to partner with your home people, with your family members also. Try to understand your roots, your culture, your, your tradition. You have to take it forward. Now, if you see in you into this period, I feel collectively I have to say you have to define terms in writing, choosing mentors very carefully, and set household routines so work and family can both function together peacefully. That is exactly how Saturn is placed for you in this next, what you say, next 1.5 year. All the best, have a great time, and do subscribe because that gives a lot of strength to us. And here AC Astro channel is Instagram where we do live, so please follow here so that when we are doing live birth chart free readings, you're always a part of our channel. Thank you. Libra, the yoga karaka for you in the sixth house, in a very very powerful placement in the sign of, what you say, emotions, is now getting direct. Now remember, this is a water sign. Saturn is the air element, and when water and air come together, what happens? Waves happen. What waves happen? Waves inside your workplace, inside your daily routine. You are completely transforming yourself into your that energy of, we can say, energy of service. In the past 5 months, you must have thought that the work that I'm doing is not paying me the amount that it should be, but it is feeling more of service. That is what Saturn is trying to teach you, that do your work as service. Like Lord Krishna says right now, karam, do karma and don't wait for the results. I will make sure you get results at the right point at the right time. So keep doing karma. It is exactly the placement of Saturn here. Your daily grind, your health, your service matters. Everything is in that spotlight. With Saturn turning direct, enemies that were trying to trouble you, any hidden enemies will come on surface. There will be possibility that politics in the workplace ends, and there is great time to set up a schedule for you right now. Health problems. Remember, I have one. Libra is my favorite sign, right? So I have so many, family members, friends, and we can say from Libra. And I came across, at least in the last 3 to 4 months, some very big critical illnesses on Libra, especially related to female, that is related to UTIs, related to uterus, related to lower abdomen, by God's grace. And I'm telling this with full conviction. By God's grace, you are going to get a proper relief in those areas. If there is something to do with your stomach, air problem, gastric problems, IBS, you are going to get a big relief here. And because Saturn is looking with the third aspect on the eighth house, this is the time that your longevity increases, because there is a very important time here. When you see longevity, you see that eighth house as well as the eighth from the eighth, that is the third house, both the places Saturn is looking. So that means it is going to work something very powerful, very big transformation. Or sometimes don't get worried, because I know I have Libra ascendant who are in that trouble because of that Saturn Mahadasha also. What happens is that if even a critical illness comes up, this is just so that it has come on surface right now. You need to get rid of it, completely remove it from your life so that your life, your age increases. That's exactly. So don't worry. Okay. Who I am talking to, they know. Now at the moment, when we talk about sixth house is also the house that is related to any disputes, any compliance issues. You will move towards resolution, and in a very detailed, very disciplined, and a very ethical manner. So that is one very good news. Aspects on the 8th, 12th, and 3rd house will push towards careful handling of shared money, shared resources, something that is with your siblings, something that is with your, maybe with your partner, because see, Saturn is the fifth house lord also. So something that is with your children, with your loved ones, something that is with your father, mother, your parents. That is also where in any inheritance area, your right communication is required during this period, and your right action is also required. With Saturn looking at the 12th house, you will see and feel that isolation is the way to live. The more isolated you are, the more happy you are. Finally, you have to become isolated only in this world, because that is life. Life is here teaching us that okay, we have to be isolated only. There is no way that isolation will not help. So isolation is good, but that isolation should be named solitude. That means you should feel that your soul is empowered now. That is exactly the kind of period you're going through. Because Saturn looking at the third, because looking at the 12th house, there can also be possibility that you're traveling to foreign countries, some short-term travel or some training in a foreign country, your skill development in a foreign country is possible. Those who are thinking of buying a property in a foreign country because of Saturn becoming direct in the sixth house, their debts and loans may be approved and you may be able to buy a possible thing in a foreign country. So that is also very great. With Saturn looking at the third house, now your communication habits, because that is where the karma is. Karma will come from communication during this time. It has to become very sober, very disciplined, very ethical, very, it has to be, Saturn always says that, look for other people also. I am a service oriented planet. I'm sitting in the house of service. I am a servant. I'm sitting in the house of a servant. So I want to be servant when it comes to serving other people. A king is nothing but a servant of the, what you call, of the kingdom. He may be holding the power to change your destiny, but he's still the servant. That is exactly what Saturn is in your chart right now. Now, here, I would suggest on an overall level, you standardize your workflows, follow treatment plans, and document everything. Because once you use book, pen, and paper and start writing, Saturn becomes very extremely positive for you and start giving you very, very great results. All the best. Those who are in Sadhi may feel a little bit of now power. Those who are in Aquarius moon sign will feel really relaxed. So all the best. Enjoy your life. Have a great, great transit, and make sure that you follow all the disciplinary action of Saturn, and Saturn will be kind to you. Because, anyways, for you guys, Saturn is the best man. It is the Yoga Karka. Saturn does not do anything wrong. Sitting in Dushtana, looking at all the Dushtana and Upchaya house, it removes the problems only from 8th house, from 12th house, and from third house. So it is great for you. Do subscribe, and there is a Instagram where we do live readings now. acastro channel at gmail.com is the, what you say, is the handle. So I will see you there. I am learning new word handle and all. I did not know isko handle bolte hai. Now I know that it is handle. Scorpio. When we talk about Scorpio here, Pisces is the fifth house for you, and fifth house is where Saturn, being an air sign, is sitting. So lot of waves happening in this fifth house related to your children, your creativity. We can talk about your, speculative gain. It is sometimes showing big speculation, then suddenly nothing. Big speculation, some suddenly nothing. This is the kind of, uh, you know, energy that we are completely, in round with now. Fifth house is creative projects, your children's matter, and investments. This will now get a lot of traction. Some movement in these areas, which was very, very not happening, will happen. Those who are trying for progeny, childbirth, now Saturn will bless them. Slow, but now Saturn says, now I'm in direct motion. Now try. I'm going to give you some great news here. Those who are thinking of getting into stock market, share market, cryptocurrency, or those who are already there and things are moving slow, now things will move little bit in that pace that you will be at least comfortable. That is exactly going to happen. So gains are happening sometimes in this period. Even your love life, fifth house is house of romance also, never forget that. Your love life also takes a very, very, disciplined approach, that now, in a disciplined way, you are giving time to your loved ones, to your, girlfriend or boyfriend or any loved ones. This house is the house of unconditional love, so it does not mean only romance. It means we do unconditional love to our children. We do unconditional love to the one we are in dating, for example. When we are dating, we are like, I will get the moon for you, star for you, whatnot. I used to say all this, so I'm selling, that's why. So some kind of unconditional love is what is going to take proper direction now. So which is very good. Now here, there is one important thing that we cannot forget about the fifth house. Fifth house is the house of education. So those people who were not going well in education, children, from the past 5 months you are going crazy, that how do I move forward, how do I take things forward, whatnot. Here everything will start coming into a very good structure for you. So disciplined approach will be there. One good news is for people who are thinking of marriage. Because of the third aspect of Saturn on the seventh house, this is a right time to initiate conversation about marriage. Initiating any conversation about marriage is the right way to go about during this time. In fact, any new partnerships, in fact, I have done a very big study on the fifth house. Whenever fifth house gets active, it is also a time to start new things and end new things also. Sixth house is the house of workplace, 12th from the sixth is the fifth house. So sometimes ending loans, ending workplace, workplace dependence is happens from your fifth house. And fifth house is the house of startups. What do you do with your startups when you're doing a you're starting a new company? You do unconditional love to that company, that I will change my fortune with this company. That's exactly the power that you have. And this is where Saturn is saying, if you go in the structured manner, I will put waves in your life. That is going to happen because air and water are together. So when air goes over water, waves happen. If you are disagreeing with me, then sorry, or maybe give me a scientific logic otherwise. Moon, air, and water, when they come together, waves. Exactly, that is the wavy pattern when Saturn is right now for you. Saturn putting the aspect on the seventh house is also going to emphasize on serious partnerships. It is also important because of the aspect of Saturn on the 11th house. Then we talk about partnerships, or we can talk about collaboration in a social circle, but with very curated people, not like everyone. You will now choose here during this time that, okay, this person and my personal value are matching. Now we need to align together. Serious partnerships, your curated networks. And because it is looking at the second house with the 10th aspect, now this is an area that two ways, either investment is required, so your family may come and help you, or either you at this moment of time you will see that more income, more savings are the pattern of your life. You will take very calculated risk during this time. Very important time for taking calculated risks. So don't go very overboard. If you're going through Saturn Mahadasha Antardasha, then take your things accordingly. If you're going through Sade Sati, now remember, if your moon is in the sign of Aquarius, then you are in the last phase of Saraswati. It is very, very beneficial for you. If your moon is together with Saturn here right now, then you feel more heaviness. Your this waviness, your mind is going to be more under control of Saturn. And same way, if you're in Aries moon, then your Saraswati has just started. That means you may start to, what you say, start get ready in the next 2.5 years to enter into a phase of extra responsibility. Remember, what happens, why we get stressed, why in this world we get stressed, because when we get responsibility in our head, or when we don't have any responsibility, when we don't have anything, we say, what the hell do I do every day? And when we have so many things, we say, how do I manage this and this and this? And that is exactly Sarasati, extra responsibility. So you have to be ready during this time. I would suggest, in a simple, small manner, you put lot of timelines on your passion projects, align with dependable partner, and reinvest your profits very methodically, very, very paper, like pen and paper, like very black and white. Okay, I will put 10,000 here, I will get 10%, and this is what exactly I am right now want to receive. If anything comes extra, that is God's wish for you. So I hope you understand how your transit is happening. What are the things that I discussed with you? I would suggest you that please do some blessings on us and follow or subscribe. And also on Instagram, we do live readings now. They are live birth chart readings. So you can follow there and take advantage of that free service. So thank you so much. All the best. And see you with next video with more good news and more positive information. Sagittarius. Now here Pisces is the fourth house for you. See, fourth house, this is a water sign. This is a sign of emotions. Saturn is an air sign. Saturn is a very practical planet. Saturn is just like air. Vayu. See, Vayu. Why we call Saturn the planet of longevity? Longevity. Vayu and Ayu. Saturn is Vayu. That means it is air. And Ayu is your age. The verb. As soon as the verb goes out of your Ayu, Saturn goes out of the Ayu. Suddenly the Ayu goes away. That's why every time we are breathing, it is because of Saturn, the air energy. Saturn plays a very important role in the life. We say, na, do meditation. Why do we meditation? We slowly breathe out. We calm down. Anxiety goes less, and then our age goes up. Because specifically, Rohitji, everyone has got some millions, or I don't know what, how many million breaths. You see now what happens when we are dying. Our organs are still working, but we cannot breathe only. Saturn plays a very important role there. Now, there is one remedy also here. Saturn resides in the nostrils. That is what also it is said. So whenever you have lot of health problems, then you have to put a little bit of mustard oil, like one drop of mustard oil in the nostrils. Automatically, your Saturn becomes very powerful and it removes health problems from your life. So this is just an added thing that I told you. Anyways, now moving forward, Saturn is in your fourth house, that is home, your property, family responsibilities. All this, the last 5 months in retrograde period, might have taken a lot of toll on your decisions, on your health, on your emotions. Now, this is the time everything is supposed to stabilize. All the renovations, buying of a property, buying of a vehicle, that has delayed. Even Saturn in the fourth house helps you with relocation, going to a new rental property, buying a new property, going to a new country, starting a new life, all these things, or work from home. All these things is now going to take action, and you can proceed with absolute confidence during this time. So this is how beautiful Saturn's period is. I want to give you a small disclaimer that now Aquarius moon, those who are going through Sarisati, Aquarius moon, Pisces moon, and we are talking about Aries moon. These are the people going to Sarisati. Now, if you have Aquarius moon at the moment right now in the third house, now you will see that things related to your communication, your travel, etc., are becoming so great for you that you are happy now. All your effort is now going to get answered. Those who are in Pisces moon, they may have a little bit of extra responsibility, or extra delay, we can say. Then when you're trying to take action, it may delay a little bit. If that action is related to inheritance, property, vehicle, then maybe it may happen, but it may happen a little delay, so you may be get a little bit frustrated. And those who are in Aries moon, you may start feeling the heaviness of Saturn. Now you may start feeling your creativity to be a little bit, you know a delayed response in your creativity can come. Delayed response from your children, a delayed response from your for your investments in the stock and share market may come. So delay, remember, there is no denial, delay. Okay, so please be very focused about this and keep this in mind when I'm doing any predictions. Now, here, when we talk about Saturn, there are three aspects of Saturn here, which is on the sixth house, 10th house, and the first house. Now, see, two Kendras and one Dushtana is where Saturn is looking. So, Saturn is going to take all the problems away from the Dushtana, problems related to your routines, problems related to your workplace, problem related to politics, enemies. If you're not getting a debt, or you are applying for a debt to buy a property and stuff like that, then why not? If you're trying to take debt for your business to grow, why not? Everything will be clear for you. But again, depending on the Sarisati factor, if you're in Sarisati, then it may have a little bit delay, but it will happen for sure. So please be very focused, very, what you say, you have to be very focused and very, I cannot use that word, but very disciplined. I was using some very bad word, but it's okay. You have to be after one thing without expectation, that kind of thing. You have to be crazily fanatic, I would say, for work or getting your thing work done. When we talk about Saturn, looking at the 10th house is the house of your career. Now, those people who are not getting justice in their career, those people who are not getting the right partner, right boss, right mentor, right guru, you will see that you will find that kind of a person, and that will help you to develop your dignity, your rank, your power, your business ethics will go up during this period. Your professional standards are going to be more mature during this period. So this is a very powerful transit. See, Saturn is a very big planet. When these big planets do a transit, they make a very big impact on your life. Now, here one more thing that you will see is that because of the Saturn's aspect on the Lagna, your personal discipline, your personality, your attitude, you may become a little bit of slow, and slow is good. Slow and steady wins the race. You may become a little bit slow, but this means that you will take your attitude will be right. You will take right action. You will not, you know, you will not compromise on your personal discipline and your ethics. Exactly, this is the time for you. Now, here, only small things that I want to advise. Number one is plan your repairs with budget. Set very clear work boundaries and start saying no also to things. You cannot always say yes, yes, and suffer. You cannot be a people's pleaser. And stick to a great and very, very what you say, very, very disciplined health routine. Very important. All the best. Have a great, wonderful transit. I would suggest that those who have not subscribed, please subscribe so that it gives us blessings from your side. And also, AC Astro channel is the Instagram handle where you can follow us, and we are doing free chart readings. So you can take advantage of that. Why not? What if your luck is in your favor? Saturn is in your favor now. So all the best. Have a great time. See you in the next transit. Capricorn. Now, when we talk about Capricorn, Saturn is the Lagna Lord in the third house of hard work, effort, taking action. From the past 5 months, you must be doing hard work, taking action, but things are not converting. That does not mean that universe is not listening. Listen to me very carefully. Universe always sees your action depending on the karmic pattern or depending on the energy that your bodies emit and their energy meets. There is a certain time that the manifestation happens. Sometimes it can happen quickly, sometimes it happens after a point of time, but it has to happen. Whatever good you have done has to come back to you. Which I asked my daughter that what if in your school someone bullies you. I just asked her as a question that if someone tells you, bullies you, what will you do? She said nothing, it is their karma. I was like, very good 8-year-old telling she this is their karma. I said, okay, then what is karma? She said karma means that something good, if I am doing, it will come back to me. If they are doing bad, they will also face some bad problems. Okay, she knows the.
She's your blood, na? She's your blood, your daughter. So she always listen to you also. And
I don't know, but I never taught her, but she knows. She told this. I was so happy and like powerful. I said, "What will you do?" Was the maximum I cannot fight. She said, "I can just complain to the teacher." I'm like, "Okay, good."
she's from our family. She cannot fight.
You should not fight. Anyways, coming back, third house is where Pisces. When we talk about this sign, this is a water sign. This is a sign of full emotion. In this time, all the people who are Capricorn ascendant, whenever they take any action, they don't take action based on practicality. They take action on emotions. They feel that other people, they are suffering. I want to be there. I want to help them. They're not practical that, okay, if this person is not helping, I will not help. That is not the nature of Capricorn ascendant people. They are very, very extremely, what you say, they're hidden, but when they come, they secretly come and help you and go away. That is the nature of this person. I've seen personally. Here, communication, skills, sales, marketing, anything to do with sibling matters becomes more structured and consistent during this time. That means all the area related to this sign, this area becomes prosperous for you. If your younger sibling have been facing a lot of problems from last 5 months, see, because of Saturn, your Lagna Lord is in the third house and the younger sibling is going crazy. So there means now there is possibility of some great relief for them also. If that is something to do with your social media, your communication, your action, your neighbors, your isolation, that things also start becoming much better. And now it is clearing, or it is now making way for some travel, for some journey, from some new exploration. That is exactly how Saturn is going to be acting for you. Now, because third house is also the house related to your hobbies, this is a time that with your disciplined approach, try to take your hobby or make your hobby into a scenario where you can get into more of, we can say, more of converting into a career. So you should think about startups. And why I'm saying this? Because Saturn is putting the third aspect on your fifth house. Now, fifth house is the house of your creative output, creativity. Now, in that scenario, if you see that creativity with little bit of effort will turn into skill completely developing so that that skill can help other people. So why not? Why not to start up new things? Why not to think about new education, skill development? Why not to think about, even with effort, if you are thinking of reconnecting with your children, reconnecting with your romantic partner, reconnecting with your, we can say, with your any creative aspect, you can go ahead and take action because it will work, it will convert. Same way with Saturn looking at the ninth house. This is the house of, credentials. This is the house of your, what you have achieved as higher education, what you have achieved as your guru, guru gyan, or we can say knowledge from gurus. This is the time to actually bring them on surface, use it, partner with your knowledge. Don't let your knowledge go waste. Publish it, write it, partner with someone, do something like, maybe go to a guru, maybe go to teachers, maybe partner with other people who are in your same profession and do something with them. That is the kind of energy that is revolving around your ninth house with Saturn becoming direct. Ninth house is also the house of journeys. This is also the time to learn new languages, take big journeys, go to pilgrimage. And this is correlating with the 12th house aspect of Saturn, because 12th house is to quietly focus on your spiritual karmas. Saturn putting the 10th aspect here is saying that please quietly focus on your spiritual karmas, on your expenditure. Quietly look at your expenditure. Sometimes you cannot stop it, but look and see that what are the actions that I can take that can ease down my problem. What is the thing that is related to me in a spiritual manner, in a sleep manner? It is a time to do discipline sleeping. That okay, 9 o'clock I need to sleep. Get up before the sunrise. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the evening, I want to sleep. Because sometimes Saturn with the 10th aspect of 12th house makes you active only after midnight. Like as soon as night happens, like 10:30, 11, 12 happens, and suddenly you are very active. You want to achieve that world in that next 2 hours, and you're wasting your time of sleeping. So we want to become very, very disciplined sleeper during this time. We will also see that Saturn, because of these aspects can sometimes also say that we need to save losses. If you're doing some investment in speculation and not happening, forget about it. In education not happening, forget about it. In higher education you're thinking that okay, I will do this way only, you should stop thinking about it and use your creativity for different methods now, for different, you should try different things. Third house now, you will always keep trying on. Don't see, emotional is a pattern, but not only emotion. You have to be a little bit practical also. Come to the nature of Saturn. Saturn says I am not unethical, I am cunning. That means I will not let other people do wrong things to me, but I am a cunning person. I will not do something which is wrong for others but not let other people also do wrong to me. That is the nature that you should now adapt. All the very best. One thing about all the Sadisati people who are Aquarius, Sadisati, very relief for you. For Pisces people, Pisces moon people, little bit of extra effort that you have to see. And for Aries people, now you will start seeing a little bit of heaviness in the home area for you if you have Aries moon here. So do lot of Mahamrityunjay mantra and Shani upasana. It will help you. Do subscribe. There is a also channel called AC Astro channel on Instagram where you can subscribe or you can follow. I don't know. You can follow the handle, and then you can get your free readings also, which we are doing there, and good new videos I'm putting every 2 days, stories and whatnot. So I wish to see you there very soon. All the best. Aquarius rising. When we talk about Aquarius rising here, Pisces is the second house for you. Now, these people, you will understand what I'm talking, Pisces ascendant people. Sorry, Aquarius ascendant, you'll understand what is this means. This means that second house, the speaking is more on an emotional level for you. You are not a practical speaker. You are always an emotional speaker. You will always make sure that how to please people, how to make other people emotionally, complete. So that, if we are suffering, that's okay. We don't want other people to suffer. That is the kind of nature of Aquarius ascendant people. Because second house is a water sign, emotion sign. So your speech become very emotional. Your action is very fiery because third house is related to Mars. Your action is very fiery, but when it comes to your speech, your approach, your monitor, you will be the one who will be giving money to other people. That someone comes, I need some money for okay, take this. Your charity. That is the nature of you. That is how powerful it is. And Saturn sitting in the second house, 5 months, it has been making you a lot of suffer here. I'm sorry to say this, but it is your ascendant lord in the second house. It is a good placement, not bad, but it is suffering because you have to, because of service, because of that nature of giving. You must have lost a lot of things in family, in wealth, even in your workplace. You must have felt that I have given too much and not received anything in return. But now this is a great time when income, your budgeting, your family speech patterns, they firm up. Slow build finances return to the plan. That means now this is the time that you may have a realization that what, somehow I've been doing too much for other people, let me do something for myself. Second house is house of value system. Now imagine your values are all based on emotions. Your values are not based on practical things. You are the one, if you don't have even one penny in your pocket, and if someone comes and asks you, you will give every last thing that is there in your house also. That is the nature of Aquarius ascendant people. This is a you have to understand the nature of this sign is complete surrender, complete, just take me. I have a pot full, you take it. Don't worry. This is the nature of this planet, of this ascendant. Now, with Saturn in the second house, your finances improve. There is possibility that you may get some. In this last 5 months, you must have also got into dental problems, spending on dental issues because Saturn rules the teeth also. So, getting into dental implants, getting into dental problems, suddenly some wisdom tooth removal, stuff like that may also have happened. Here, you may have seen that many people must have asked for some money or etc. help for for their real estate. That I am trying to buy something, I need some money for down payment. So that is the kind of thing you must have helped people with. Here, Saturn is putting the aspects on three places: the fourth house, the eighth house, and the 11th house. Now, very important. These houses connect money with home. That means you may also be in a position right now, or may have been thinking from the past time, that now it is a time to invest into some immovable property, into some fixed asset. So, that is something that we will be able to see during this period manifest. So, congratulations, those who are thinking of buying some property or something. Even with the help of family, if there is some inheritance that is supposed to come, because see, look at the Saturn putting the seventh aspect on the eighth house. This is related to inherited money. This is related to money come from family and lineage. And Saturn is a planet of lineage. In fact, this also helps you with your in-laws. Sometimes you work very closely with your in-laws and you start getting something from there. So that is also a positive news. Eighth house is also the house that is related to longevity. So here your longevity also improves, and there is possibility that your health related matters get solved very nicely, very easily, very powerful. One beautiful thing that is happening is the 10th aspect on the 11th house. This is the time that you are now entering into karma that will bring long term gains for you. That can be either coming from a very big social circle, either coming from your efforts, either coming from your communication, your social presence, or maybe from friends. But this is a time that your wishes, your hopes, your goals are going to take a very fast leap of completion. Very great placement of what you say, very great aspect of Saturn on the 11th house here. 11th house also an Upchaya house, house of improvement. This is the time that your karma in this house is going to be highlighted amongst every other thing. So great news again. I would suggest you should do some kind of create some kind of sinking funds. Sometimes you suddenly repair comes, suddenly your debts increase, which is good, because when you're growing up, tell me which businessman in this world does not have debt. Unless you don't have debt, you will not grow. So sometimes you have to create a little bit of sinking funds for repairs, you're restructuring your debts, and set very precise quarterly goals for growth. That is very important. Unless and until you have a discipline calendar and a growth calendar, Saturn is not going to work. Then you do whatever you want. You jump from a cliff also. Saturn say, I don't care. You have to be having a discipline calendar. This is my action, this is my then action, this is my then action, this is my then action. That's how you will navigate this time. All the best. I hope that you do subscribe so that we are always very indebted to you. That okay, thank you. You gave us your blessings. And here, AC Astro channel is on Instagram. Instagram is new for us. I also don't know. I'm trying to be good there. I don't know how it is good bad. You have to give your honest opinion below, but what I should improve there. And also do follow there, because we are doing some live sessions there ad hoc. Like sometimes I'm free, I come live. Tell me your birth details. I will go. So that's how we are going with questions. So all the very best. Take care. Have a great time. See you and subscribe. Pisces ascendant. Now, this is where Saturn is sitting on yourself, on your head, on your mind, on every aspect of your life. Saturn has a control for the next 1.5 years. Now, if you see Pisces, identity, who you are, your health, and your life direction, which has been going little bit of waywire from the last 5 months, that you're not understanding, you're not confident that what do I need to do, how do I need to take action. I'm trying to incorporate discipline in my life, but it is not happening. Some way, some distraction, etc., comes and I'm off my target. This is the kind of feeling that you're having from the past 5 months. Now, this is the time that you may expect, or you may get really really comfortable, because things are going to be in your favor. Your direction in your life becomes very steady. Every aspect of your life, your attitude, yourself, your hard work, your career, your health, now becomes and takes direct route. You will now feel that weight of responsibility, that okay, you know what, I am responsible for things. That power of consistency, that okay, you know what, if I'm consistent in this, I will transform myself. Only thing in this life can transform you is if you're consistent. If you're not consistent, then no. Look at how God is consistent. Sunrise will happen, sunset will happen, moonrise will happen, moonset will happen. Look at the precision of consistency of God. Birds, look at the precision of consistency of birds. As soon as your morning begins, Brahmakal, they will start chirping. As soon as evening happens, silence. There's no bird. Consistent. Nature is consistent around us, but we are not consistent. That is the very big problem. The day you will start living with birds, you will start flying. This is my quota. I just invented. Day you will start living with birds, you will start flying with birds. You get up with the birds, you sleep with the birds, and see how your life transforms into a very beautiful thing. Very beautiful thing. I know responsibilities, and we are into this situation where we want more and more and more. Somehow you have to convince yourself. This is, I'm telling you, because Saturn is in your ascendant. Saturn is your ayu, your life. Saturn is your breath. Saturn is the air around you. You have to control it. You have to now take control in your hand. Now here, one more thing, Rohitji, everyone is so, we can say, so stressed. Everyone wants to achieve everything. I get requests, Rohitji, where people are asking, oh, will I become a multimillionaire? Will I become this billionaire? Will I have this? Will I have this? I just have a net worth of 100 million. Can I go into a net worth of 100 and 500 million or 1000 million? This is the kind of, people giving me such kind of, what we say, such kind of people I find in my appointments. Now, the problem is where to end. That is not how. There is no way that we are saying, "Oh, this is the place that I need to completely say, okay, done. I don't want anything anymore." But nahi hai yaar, this dunya is wanting more and more and more. Someone who does not have anything wants everything. Someone who has everything wants more. So, anyways, here I am also one. I want more. We want more subscribers. We want more followers. Everyone wants it. It's like, I'm not part of it. Everyone is like that. But this, that is why I read, na Rohitji, that once you, there are two places where you really can transform. Number one place is the place related to your desires, and number two place is illusion. Once your desires and illusion end from your life, you get moksha. That is exactly how it works. And I'm telling, because Pisces is the sign that gives you moksha, because this is the sign that can take you to deep waters and give you the reality in this world. Now, coming back, you will feel that during this time, all consistent effort that you are taking will really transform yourself and will transform that energy into success. That is number one. Saturn has three aspects: on the third house, on the seventh house, and on the 10th house. Now, here, number one thing is Saturn looking at the third house means careful words, words that cannot create losses for you. In some cases, sometimes words carry very big weight and that can create losses for you. Maybe losses of your reputation, maybe because it's 12th house lord, remember, 12th and 11th house lord, so losses in social circle, losses of your reputation. This is the time automatically Saturn is in a good position, so it will make good impression on your life. But somehow, because Saturn is too disciplined and rigid, we want to make sure that we are little bit more practical rather than more rigid. That's exactly what I would suggest. In this situation, partnerships are going to be very beautiful. All the negativity from your partnership is going away, and more mature partnership is what we will be looking at this time. And here, new partnerships that may come out of, come during this period in the next few months will be very powerful. In fact, in the past 5 months, if you're trying with a partner for a very long time and things are not working out, then this is the time to take hard decisions around it also, that okay, let's move out, let's separate, we are not, it's not working out somewhat. Sometimes that kind of decision is also required, and Saturn gives you that maturity during this time to take such decisions. And Saturn putting the aspect on the 10th house of your of your professional. Its professional image will be more of a hard worker. Professional image will be more of that this is using the power with ethical approach, using your rank, using your discipline with an ethical approach, not with a bad approach. Now, in this scenario, when Saturn is in this situation and becoming direct for you, it is good for you to choose one defining habit. Formalize your key relationship, polish your public profile, try to be a little bit available to other people, try to teach your discipline, etc., to your peers, your friends, your children, your social circle. Show that you are, your that maturity has to be seen. And also, because 12th house lord is in the ascendant and getting direct, this is the time that those people who are in Sadisati, especially those who have Aquarius moon, those who have Pisces moon and Aries moon. So for Aquarius moon, it is completely relief. So you are super. For Pisces moon, it is a little bit more heavy. That means you're more discipline, more routine, more power, more transformation is required in every aspect of your life. And for Aries people, now this is the time that things will become a little bit of, we can say, more emphasized or more directed towards your finance and savings. We want to make sure that savings and finance are done in a very disciplined manner. All the best, guys. For Pisces ascendant people, do subscribe on our YouTube and Instagram is AC Astro channel. Instagram, where we are doing live videos for, we can say, live birth chart reading. So you do not want to miss it. I come anytime. So please follow, so that will also be very, very great for us, and your blessings will be on us. Thank you. And here, Rohitji, Om Guruve Nabha. Thank you. Any mistake that I have done in this between, said anything wrong, for that may my Guru, you know, forgive me. Thank you, Rohitji. Over to you.
Thank you very much indeed. Very important video. This is because Saturn, the main planet in the chart. Every planet is main, but this planet's impact is for the longer time. And
Mm.
now the Saturn going direct, and you have given so many instructions, so many suggestions to the different signs. Thank you very much. And yes, for Instagram, thank you very much for such a warm love which you are giving to us. Thank you very much. Keep subscribing, keep following, and we will soon meet you there on the live. Thank you, Akashji. We'll
Thank you.
meet you in next video, and eagerly waiting for your yearly video also. And we
Thank
hope
you.
to see this by next week. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Jai Shri
Jai
Ram, Jai
Jai
Hanuman, Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma
Jai.
Lakshmi. Namaः Shivaya.